Ho, ho, ho! Merry Christmas! Merry Christmas! Merry Christmas! Merry Christmas! Hi! Hi! Hello! Hi! 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 I'm not spilling my tea, don't worry. It's the cup. It's a very good cup. No spillage. Can't spill. Non-spilling cup. Hi. Merry Christmas. Yeah. Congrats on first, Bozo. Hi, Bozo. Hi, Display. Hi, Umbertron. Hi, Old. Hi, Not Even Available. Hi, J-Cats. Hi. Hi. Hi, Raxon. Thank you for the 3 stream streak, both Dark Knight and DJ. Thank you. And also, hi. Happy Chrysler! Happy Christmas! Merry Chrysler! W Cup. Hi, Crank. Hi. Hi. Hello. How are you guys doing? How are you? Merry Christmas! Christmas! Christmas is in a few days. Yippee! Christmas is on Thursday. Yippee! Your PC is fried? Oh no! Sana karita na to your PC. Hopefully that heals it. Hi! Hi guys! How are y'all doing? Are y'all having a good Christmas week? Holiday week? Walking around the mart? Hell yeah. Any purchasing last minute Christmas gifts? Final Fantasy 16? Oh, that's so sweet of them. Hell yeah. Have a great stream. Thank you. You have a great day. Thank you for popping in and saying hi. Bye. No, actually. Oh, just walking around the mart. Just cuz. I understand it. Yeah. Got nothing else to do but walk around the mart. But hi guys. I'm totally drinking tea right now and not the broth from a cup noodle that I was eating as breakfast. It's pretty good though. It's pretty good. But hi. How are you guys doing? How was your weekend? Nice. I've never really played Final Fantasy. I just know of Cloud and then Final Fantasy. Is it 14? That's like the multiplayer? I don't know enough about it. But it's cool. Very cool. Hope y'all had a good weekend. What did I do? We baked gingerbread on Friday. That was very fun. And dude, the gingerbread came out way better than I thought they would. I've been eating them. They were so good. So tasty. I have to save some though, because I'm giving them as gifts. So I'm like, damn it. I do have the 2 other doughs still in there, because I haven't had the chance to make them. To make the other cookies. They're not gonna look as cute because my wife had to leave and take her cookie cutters with her, so so I'm just gonna be using mostly circles. circles and squares probably. Well, thank you. I'll keep that in mind if I do delve into the Final Fantasy, the world of Final Fantasy. Yeah. Yippee! Then, oh, what else did I do? I wrapped gifts. I have pretty much all my Christmas shopping done. And cleaned. And then my roommates made candles yesterday. For Christmas gifts, and they were planning games to play for certain parties and stuff, so yeah. Tomorrow I'm having this is the first Christmas event. We're gonna have a Christmas party, Secret Santa, so I hope whoever they like their gift. I got them a fancy pen. pen, because apparently they like calligraphy. So I'm hoping they like it. Yeah. Yippee. Yippee. Yeah. I don't know what else is gonna happen, but yep. I just know I have everything clean because my bathroom is gonna be the guest bathroom. So I cleaned everything. Scrubbed the walls, the floor, the toilet, the sink, the counter, the mirrors, all that jazz. Hi. Welcome in, mister. Thank you for the follow. Sorry I missed that. Hi. But yeah, that's what I've been up to. And then, oh, getting ready for this Friday. So if you're in the Discord, !Discord, you can see the schedule. Sorry the schedule wasn't posted yesterday. I realized how late it was by the time I was like, oh shit, I didn't post the schedule. And it was like 3 a.m. So I was like, I'll just post it in the morning. So yippee. Yippee. So yeah, today we're decorating the tree with the Christmas ornaments that you all made. Yippee! Thank you everyone who made a Christmas ornament. Thank you. They're all so cute and you'll get to see them all. And then tomorrow we're gonna be finishing off, I was thinking about either doing it today or tomorrow, because I don't know. Since we don't have a lot left for Resident Evil Dark Chronicles, we're gonna do that tomorrow. Yeah, we're gonna do it tomorrow, so give me one moment. Boo. Behind. So yeah, tomorrow we're playing the rest of the Dark Chronicles, Resident Evil, the Dark Chronicles, and then today I don't know if we're just decorating the tree. I was thinking of continuing our book, but I don't know. We'll see on the vibes. But yeah. And then on Friday, over on Mons, we're doing our Maid Cafe stream. It was one of her goals, and I said I would accompany her. And I'm like, now I'm thinking of all the things that we're gonna have to do, and I'm like, ah! You'll see. Be at Mons, twitch.tv/monqueek at 6 p.m. PST if you want to see Maid Mon, Maid Queek, and Maid Geist. But yeah, that's what I was doing yesterday. Yeah, we're preparing that. I think everything's done. I just got the finishing touches, so yippee! Maybe, and I'll have Mon do the. Let me look at her announcements first, real quick. Yeah. VR Maid Cafe Chill Bro Dude Hangout collab with Jasper, guys. A Very Wifey Christmas Day 4. That's gonna be the final Very Wifey Christmas. Fixed by then. I hope so too. Yeah, I don't know. I don't want to say too much. Yeah. I don't know if she's mentioned a part of it, but I'll leave that to her. But yeah. Bro, I was watching a video on cafe maid culture, and I'm like like what they say and what they do, and I'm like, I'm asking Mon, like, are we gonna have to do that? Are we doing that? I'm gonna cringe. I'm gonna be embarrassed, but you know, I'm helping out. She's my wife. She's my wife, and I'm there for her. But yeah, that's what's happening Friday. I won't be live Wednesday or Thursday because that's Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. So, hell yeah. Sure. Yeah. So, yep. Today's Christmas ornament. Tomorrow is the rest of Resident Evil, The Dark Chronicles. Then Wednesday, Thursday, no stream, and then Friday is the Maid Cafe over at Mons. Yippee! And I'm gonna be the camera girl. Thank you. Yeah. Let me look at our list. We're actually Resident Open. So let me see. Wait, we're supposed to do. Nah. In my list, I have Dark Chronicles, then Umbrella Chronicles. Oh well. To me, it made more sense the other way. I'm glad I did it the other way. Are you winning? Yes, we are winning. Literally MLG Pro. MLG 360 on these noobs. Hi, Endless. How are you? But yeah, once we finish the Dark Chronicles, then we have a movie and another movie. So we'll probably do that in the Discord. I'll have it planned. It'll be a Resident Evil double feature. And then after that we have Revelations 2, and then another movie, then Umbrella Corp, then another movie, and then 7, and then the DLCs, and 8. God. Guys, I think all we're gonna be doing in January and February until the end is, dude, y'all better love Resident Evil, because that's all we're doing. That's all we're doing. That's literally all we're doing for the next month. What's your favorite type of light bulb? What are they called? Well, I like the Christmas lights that are, I know the word. Not the LED ones. Sheet. Like, I don't remember what they're called. I was talking about it the other day. Number one Resident Evil streamer, yes. Have a road. Freshly laid asphalt, not cracked by giant trucks. That's a good road. Smooth. Hi, soft kitten. Hi. Favorite Transformer? I don't know a lot of them. I'm mostly so Bumblebee. That's the only one I know. But hi. Happy holidays. Happy holidays. Happy holidays. Oh, it just hit me how many family members I'm gonna see in the next 2 days. What's your size of country? Huh? What? I don't understand. A good one. What's this 25 questions? What are you doing? But yeah, yippee. So Revelations and Umbrella Chronicles. Yippee! Thank you for the 3 streams to be crank. Wow. Oh yeah, and I also saw there's one Resident Evil game that we kind of missed a little bit. It's Resident Evil Operation Raccoon City, and that would be like, it technically takes place around 2, because Leon and Claire are there and it's set in Raccoon City, but you can't, yeah. Apparently it's not, it was their test run for 6. Before 6 came out, they dropped Operation Raccoon City. So it looked, I didn't want to spoil myself. I just watched a video on the dev process, like making the game. Apparently it was very rocky development process. Yeah. Buckle up for Resident Evil. I'm kind of sad. Okay, So I do know that for Resident Evil, I don't necessarily need to and speed through all the games. The game RE9 is gonna be there no matter what, you know. Once it's up, it's up. But I want to play it when it comes out. I want to play it when it comes out. So I kind of feel sad that I'm speedrunning them. I'd wish, because I don't want to get Resident Evil'd out. Because then they'll all be done already. In the what? I don't know that. But potential spoilers, I know. How many, if you guys know, Monquique, when she played 7, how many streams was it? Oh, don't worry. Don't worry about that. Hi, Glass. Thank you for the 5 stream streak. Oh, whoa. Holy. Thank you. Oh, yeah. One good. You'll probably see her today. She's continuing her Resident Evil journey at 6 p.m. So she's good. She's good. Whoa. Hi, young. Hi, young guns. How are you? Happy birthday or something like that. Hi. Happy birthday. It's your birthday? Yo, it's your birthday!
It's your birthday today!
It's your birthday today! I'm losing my voice.
There's a cat licking your birthday cake. It's your birthday today!
It's your birthday today! Everybody say hooray! There's a guy licking your birthday cake. It's your birthday today. Happy birthday to one and all. Cute! Oh my goodness, that's such a cute emote. Not even available. Cute. Yippee! Yippee! Oh yeah. We are decorating ornaments today. It was cute to see all the different ornaments you guys did. Yes, you did good. But yeah. Dude, the cookies are so good. They're so tasty. And the frosting was really good too. I urge you guys to make that recipe. I'll put it in the Discord. Cause it was so good. It's easy too. You don't have to have a stand mixer to make it. Just a stand mixer makes it easier. You can have a hand mixer, or you can even use a whisk. Shit, even use your hands. It might be pretty messy, but you might get egg and molasses all over your hands, but yeah. Okay, for the frosting, that'll be a little difficult though. If you don't have a stand mixer or hand mixer. I mean, if you got a whisk, just I believe in you. You put your blood, sweat, and tears into it. Mostly sweat. But yippee! Yeah, orbs. Yeah. Thank you everyone who made an ornament for the tree. Thank you. Yeah, the elbow grease. Molasses and eggs and molasses. Exactly. I was so surprised at how well it turned out. I hope the batch is good. It's been in the fridge since that day. I'm sure it's fine, right? Right, it's been in the fridge. The fidgetator. The only thing that goes bad in it is the egg. I'm sure it's fine. If anything, it'll be better, right? Marinating? Aged? I don't know if you want aged cookies. Maybe. I don't know. But yeah. Yippee! It was very good, and I will make more tomorrow. Dry aged cookies. Old. Delicioso. I ordered a package it was a gift, and it said like one of the things was like guaranteed to come before Christmas, and the fact that it only shipped like 2 days ago, I was like, and I ordered it like in the beginning of November. I was like, I thought he'd be here like way earlier than that. It's like, dog. Wow. I'm excited. I get to see Granny Geist. I get to see Granny Geist on Christmas. False advertising. Exactly. I was like, what? You said. I mean, it is. It should be arriving today. So it is. I guess it's not wrong. But still, it took literally the last minute. Like, it felt like an, oh shit, we gotta send him now. Hi, Sinui. How are you? But yeah. Yeah. So we do have an array of different ornaments. As you can see, we have our tree. Wow, wow. We have our tree. It's a pretty good sized tree. All you know, taller than me. Yippee! We have our big tree. Wow, we got lights and a cute thingy. I can't think of the name of, but yeah, look at our tree. Wow, it's so pretty. It's so pretty. And it's gonna look even better with all of you guys' wonderful, amazing ornaments on it. So yippee! 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 I'm debating on... I do have Christmas music that we can play. But then the VOD viewers will be left with nothing. Yippee! Do you guys have a favorite ornament, like, that you just have out of your, like, whenever decorating the tree, if you decorate tree? If not, do you have just your favorite, decoration? I remember for Christmas, my favorite ornament was a Fiona from Shrek, Fiona from Shrek ornament that I had. I wish I had it, but that was my favorite. She looks so cursed, and I loved that. It was just a hefty ornament. That was my favorite. How my family would do it is everyone would decorate the tree, my mom, my sister, and I, and then my dad would be the one to do the topper. He didn't help with anything other than the topper. He was like, okay, you can do the topper. And donkey scene ornament, yo, that's sick. It's very cursed. If you still have a picture of it, I would love to, if you could share it in the Discord, that'd be awesome. I kind of want to, I don't know, oh, was that it? Hang on, let me see. This was it! I'm putting mine in the in the live chat. If you're in the Discord, exclamation point Discord. Weird at, weird at. That was it. Fiona. She's so cursed. Oh, I will save it for y'all. Here she is, the one and only. Isn't she beautiful? That's her. That was my favorite ornament. She's beautiful. She's gorgeous. It's a Kirby with Bubudo? Whoa. Just make it a, like, I won't like, a spoiler. I think that's okay. You can put a spoiler on it in the Discord. That's okay. Unless you just don't want to share, then that's okay. That's okay too. Yeah, this is Fiona. Isn't she beautiful? This is the real one? Am I? Am I real? Ask me a question only the real Jasper would know. Hi, Lucky. Rice, yes, rice in a sock. Yes, as a heating pad. You don't have a heating pad? Grab a clean sock and fill it up with rice and put it in the microwave and use that as a heating pad. Hi, Ultraflex. Yeah, ornaments. Yeah, we're decorating the tree. I was showing my favorite ornament. Look at her. Isn't she beautiful? If I put it in the Discord, if someone could crop it out so it's just Fiona, I'll put her on the tree. It's in the Discord in the live chat. If you can do that, then make a transparent background, then I will put her on the tree. But yeah, we're decorating our tree. Yippee! This is the real one. Real and true. Yeah, and we're decorating our tree with the ornaments that you guys made. Yes. In the beginning of... was it? Yeah, in the beginning of December, I announced that, hey guys, we're gonna be doing a Christmas ornament, Christmas decorating. So yeah, y'all make some ornaments. And I gave templates for you guys, and many of you made ornaments. So thank you, thank you. I appreciate it. And the way we're gonna do this is I have them all in a box, and this is how you do it. You know, when you decorate the tree, you just randomly pick, and then you plop one and put it on the tree. And I do remember who's who, so don't worry. Yeah. Are you guys ready to decorate the tree? And also, if you've decorated your tree IRL, and you would like to share, you should definitely put it in the Discord. I would love to see. Yeah, yeah! You ready? Yeah! Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. Alrighty. Let's do that. The first one. Oh, it's Cranks! It's one of Cranks! Look at it. It's like Crank, but turned into a ornament. Crank, no! Who turned you into an ornament? The witch turned me into an ornament! Wow, look at that. Beautiful, beautiful. That ornament is amazing, Mozo. Damn! Kirby got a rack. Go into the Discord if you want context to that. Yeah, wow, thank you, Crank. It's you. You've been turned into an ornament. We'll put you right here. Doink. Doink. Be here. Wow, it's all coming together. It's all coming together already. Thank you again, Crank. Holy. At the end, I wanna ask like you guys, what made you choose these ornaments like to decorate, to make these kinds? So, alrighty, next one. Boop. Ah. It's Fearless's, one of Fearless's. It's what will be me. I'm not amused. I'm not amused. And also the it looks like a spider. I think a spider has the little hangy bit. Oh yeah. Look at Jasper judging you. I've seen your internet history. For shame. For shame. I really like the spider motif as at the top. Yes. I want to know which one's this one from? Like, where did this come from? You know? I wonder, since Fearless is my editor, I wonder if this could have been, I gave him like taken photos, like pre-taken photos for like thumbnails and stuff, so maybe that's where he got it from. Oh, wow. I'm gonna make sure they're like roughly the same. Alrighty, put that one right there. Balls! Hi, wifey. Hi. Hi. Guys, look. It's my wife. Look. Hi. How are you? Hi, wifey. We just began ornamenting. Yeah, decorating. Yeah. We have Cranks and Fearlesses. Just in time. Yeah, welcome in. Good morning. Good morning. Happy holidays. Or good afternoon. Either way. Yeah, you're on the tree. What witch turned you into an ornament? Do you need help? Do you need help? Jingle jangle if you need help. Whoa, yeah. It's the universe where everyone's an ornament. And you've been transported to this one. Ornament Crank. Yeah, how we're doing is I'm picking at random. I'm just picking out of the box like you normally do. And doink! Oh shit, I didn't grab one. Sometimes that happens. Doink! Oh, we got a repeat. We got a repeat. I'll put that one back in the box. No, don't turn me into an ornament, no! At that time, I got reincarnated as an ornament, exactly. It's literally Crank. Okay, that's another one. Ah, it's one of mine! So cute! How's it go? But I don't remember how it goes. So cute! Wow! Look at her! So Mon, would this be like, are you stuck inside the ornament, or is it like a painted on the ornament, you know? Free her! So cute, yeah! I don't remember. Give me a shake! Is it snow? Like a snow globe? Shaka, shaka, shaka. So cute. Adorable. Adorable. That's my wife. That's my wife. That's literally my wife that I'm gonna be a maid with on Friday. Excuse me. But yeah, so cute. And I love how I love everything about it. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Cute. Whoa. Oh. Boop, boop. Boink. Oh, I need to lock all these in. Lock in. There we go. Very cute. Yeah. Put you. I think right there. Good. Alrighty, another one. Another one. Oop. Another one! Wow, I pulled another! What do we pull my wife? Twice? Gotta put that one back in the box. Back in the box. Okay, what about this one? Shit! I keep rolling rerolls. Oh. Wow! It's one of Umbretron's. Beamon on tree. It's one of Umbretron's. Cute. Yeah. Congrats on getting yours done so early, by the way. Holy. My cute. Cute. Adorable. Yay. You did a very good job. Very cute. Is me peeking over? Whoa. Whoa. So cute. Adorable. Hi, Fearless. Look, your ornament's on the tree. Yeah, you did such a good job. So cute. Thank you. What made you decide to do that? Let's go! Yeah, I really like the spider like top of it. I don't know what you call it. The little hanging bit that you did. Where was this from, by the way? Was it like the pictures, like the thumbnail photos? Yeah, thank you, Umbretron. It's so cute. You did a good job. Ornament is orb. Become orb. I'm surprised you didn't use the this one. Orb. The emote is very cute. Man. For some reason. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. There you go. That's good. Doink. Can't see that? Well. Welp. Good. I could put it on the tree as an ornament. Doink. Where is it? Oh, there it is. Doink. Wow. This is the orb. I thought one of you would do this one. Orb. I'm surprised none of you didn't do it, orb. It doesn't have the little thingy though. My drink. My diet Dr. Kelp. Oop. There you go. Ah, yes, yes. The full face. I'll put this one here. There you go. Doink. Alright, next one. Pick out a random. Another Mon one! It's so cute! Adorable. What are we so cute? Whoa, we're so cute. Cute. Adorable. Very cute. Cute. This was the birthday drawing, right? So cute.
Show me the bodies.
Right, literally right here. What do we want here? Oh, what do we? Right there. Oh, what do we? What do we? It's so cute. Thank you, Mon. These are so well done. So cute. I feel like some of these need to be bigger. We'll see how many ornaments can fit on the tree. So cute. It's coming together, guys. Look at our tree. Our tree. Hi, Jumper. Hi. All right, next one. How are you, Jumper? Oops. Blink. Ah! You want another? Crank, this is your other one. Cute. Hi, I'm doing well. How are you? Hey guys, it's you! You turned into an ornament too. It was so good. Nice. I hope you had a good time watching the movie. Cute. It's so cute. You guys are an ornament. Orb. Become orb. I cast orb. Hi, how are you? And look, so cute. You did such a good job, Crank. This is Widowy, you guys. This is Widowy a Ghorby in orb form. A Ghorby. Do you guys know where the name Ghorby came from? You guys helped with the name, but... the origin of the Ghorby. Send out the orbs. Like a gourd? That's a good idea. So it's the mix of like orbs, like ghost orbs, and like ghost and orb. And I wanted to put those two together. And then I think one of you guys was like, what about Ghorby? And I was like, yo, that's so true. Cause like ghost orbs, and then there's like a ghost orb, Ghorby. And that's you guys, the Ghorbies. Yippee! So cute. Thank you, Crank. Oh yeah, we're also talking about our favorite ornaments. Do you guys have a favorite ornament? I put mine in the live chat of the Discord. If someone can make that a transparent background, I will put it on the tree. Of the, you can also see bozos. That's not the one I'm talking about. It's a banshee. That'd be terrifying. Aren't banshees like a little scary? Alrighty. I mean, they're pretty cool in my book, but I've heard that from, you know, what y'all say. Alrighty, next one. It jumpers! Cute! I wanna, what's the vision? Is it just an ornament that came to life? Like, rah! It reminds me of, like Super Meat Boy. Out of town in a rainstorm. Oh no! I saw you said airport. Going home for the holidays. Better be cozied up. You better be cozied up with a nice bevy. And a big smile. I love it. It's great. Ah, the all-consuming. Oh, it can't go any bigger than that. You're lucky. You what? Set up security again? Whoa. Tungsten? Yep, to all of those with the tungsten balls. It's unfortunate. It's unfortunate. unfortunate. I noticed we've only ever grabbed the bubble ones. Put it over here. So I'm thinking like one of the non-bubble ones can go there. Doink! It keeps happening. That's yep. You've been eating too much sheet metal. Or what? You can go over the edge, yeah. Yeah, you could. I just gave templates because it's easier to have something to work off of. But like with Crank for the Ghorby like drew their own. So yeah. TSA's gone. TSA, confiscate his balls. But no, yeah, you're chilling. Dun, dun, dun. Okay. Boink! Oh, we got a duplicate. I'm sorry, you must go back in the box. Ah, another duplicate! I should probably move these to the ones that we've done. Doink. 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 There you go. Alrighty. Our next one. Alrighty, thank you for stopping by, Jumper. Thank you. I hope you have a good day. Happy holidays. Alright, next one. Bell! Bell! This is one of hers. Ring, ring, ding, ding, ring, ding, ding, ring, ding, 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 ding. Our first like bauble ornament shape. Cute. Ding, ding, ding. A traditional bell. Traditional bell. Very good. Very good bell. You might need to move these around. Ding, ding, ding. Ring ding, a ring ding tingling too. Dude, I've been listening to Christmas music since like the beginning of November, and normally I don't, but it was on my trip. They wanted to listen. The people I was with, they wanted to listen to Christmas music, so yeah. And I've been listening to Christmas music basically for 2 months straight. I'm like, guys, we need to make more Christmas music, please. Please, different kinds. It's been, I mean, the vibes are immaculate. Good job! Here's other one. The vibes are good, but I'm like, damn, I don't know how many times I've heard, like, have yourself a merry little Christmas. Or, you know, I hear those sleigh bells jingling, ring ting tingling too. I've heard them for the past 2 months. Thrash metal is Christmas music, right? Right? Yeah. I mean, if you find holiday joy, I'd say, you know, who's to stop you? Who's to stop you, you know? Good job. A good job, Star. Good job. Put it... We're definitely gonna need to organize. I'll put it right there. Yay, thank you here. Thank you for giving us a good job, a good noodle star. Yippee! You're a good noodle. You're a good noodle. You're a good noodle. You're a good noodle. Everyone's a good noodle. Star. You get a star for being just such a good noodle. Alrighty. The next one. And thank you here for making ornaments. And thank you, Mon. And thank you, Crank. And thank you, Jumper. I'm saying thank you to those of which who I put all of theirs on the tree. Doink! Fearless! It's your stocking! Yeah, thank you, Fearless, for your ornaments too. For whom the jingle bells toll. Yes. Cute. Your stocking. What do you think you'll get in your stocking? Jingle, 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 jingle. Jingle, 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 jingle. Keep that one there. Scooch the Ghorby. There we go. We have too many orbs. Depressurized diamond. Whoa, how'd you know? That's a widowy. What's in there? Widowy. Alrighty. I like the the greater than colon 3. Yeah, that's greater than. Even though it's not connected, but yeah. Called away? Alrighty. Have a good rest of your day, Jumper. Happy holidays. Happy holidays. Yes. Alrighty, next one. Boink. It's mine! You guys haven't gotten to see this yet. It's mine. It's you guys as a bell. The bell tolls. Ring, ding, ding. Ring, ding. Yeah. I wanted it to look metallic. Whoa. It's you guys. It's you. Ding. Ring, ding, ding. Ring, ding, ding, ding. Ding, 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 ding. Thank you. Yes. Yay. Just get the picture of a material texture, the orb, and put it in there. Thank you. Ring ding, ring ding ding, ring ding. Cute. Where do you guys think it should go? I'll make it similar size. There you go. La, 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 la. Alrighty, bye Fearless. Thank you for stopping in. Thank you for making ornaments. Thank you. Top of the tree. No, I have a topper for that. Don't worry. That spot is reserved. I'll put it there. That's so cute. Such a cute emote. Bye. Have a good rest of your day. Have fun being social or whatever. Okay, next one. Whoa. Bonk. It's one of Bozo's. Bozo. This one's so pretty. The heck? When I was on my trip, Mrs. Yaps had a lot of ornaments, and a lot of them were painted, like, they were painted on the inside, is how they, you know, and this reminded me of them, of the ones we saw, and it's so cute, it's so cute. It's you, it's us, it's you guys, me and you guys looking up at Santa Claus and his reindeer. Oh, 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 Merry Christmas. That's what you're going for? Hey! Then it came up, the point, it came across beautifully. Perfect. 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 It's so cute. Yeah, as soon as I saw it, I knew that's what it was. I was like, hey, so cute. It looks great. Thank you so much. And the detail, holy. I would imagine, like, imagine actually doing, like, actually painting this in a real ornament. That'd be crazy. It'd take a lot of precision. But cute. It's so pretty. Thank you, Bozo. So pretty. I'm gonna scooch. This one's gonna go here. Oh, it's beautiful. Beautiful. Boink. Oops. Trying to make sure they're all similar size. Just for some reason my scroll wheel's like, no. There you go. Super cute. Hi, Tay. Hi. How are you? What the heck? Whoa. Is it, what do we... Tay? The food mascot? Tiger? How are you? Hi. Happy holidays. We're decorating tree. Just woke up. Well, good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Have any plans? You have any holiday plans this week? Christmas is in 3 days. Yeah. Christmas is in 3 days. Holy. Oh. We have a bunch of parties. Party tomorrow, party on the next day, and then the next day. Quick family dinner, nice. I hope you have fun. I hope you have some tasty food. It's just 3 days away, woohoo! I'm so happy about this information. Exactly. Wow, Christmas is in 3 days. Can you believe it, guys? Christmas in 3 days. Yippee! Christmas in 3 days. I'm so happy about this information. Oink! Whoa! Umbratron, it's your stocking. Whoa, cute! Ghorby pattern. Oh, so cute. Adorable. You did such a good job drawing the Ghorbies too. So cute. Cute. What's in your stocking? Peppermint bark? If so, it's mine. Peppermint bark is so good. I think we'll move your other one and put this one there. Oink. Oh. Keep doing that. There we go. Whoop. What the hell? There you go. Ah, shit. It's all coming apart. There you go. There you go. Doink. Doink. Ghorby next to Ghorby. I don't know about that. Too much Ghorby in one spot. Doink. Doink. There you go. Yes, yes. You guys get all the goodies in your stockings. Yeah. Thank you for making ornaments, Umbratron. Thank you. Thank you. Alrighty. There's only a few left. Only a few more left. Bozo! It's your other one. Another Ghorby! A golden Ghorby. The golden Ghorby. Wow! So cute! I love how... Yes. You can just... If it's got the three little thingies, 2 big, beautiful, pleading eyes, and that's all you need. And that's how you know it's a Ghorby. It's a beautiful Ghorby. It's so pretty. I love the gold. I love the gold. Or bronze. Either way. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Cute. You guys made a lot of Ghorbies. You guys, you turned yourselves into ornaments. Everyone, no guys, everyone's been turned into an ornament. Oh no. Yippee. Thank you everyone. Thank you everyone for making an ornament. Totally. I do think there are some. I do have one more. There's a few more in here. Oh my god! You did it! You cut out the Fiona! Yes! 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 Yeah! Thank you! Whittle we Fiona! Yeah! Yay! Oh, where should she go? Holy, we gotta make some room. Yeah, I'll put... Oh, I moved the whole tree. What happened? Hello? I exploded. Hello? Hello? Yay! Thank you. We'll put Fiona. There we go, I'm back. We'll put Fiona right here. Yes! Yes! Thank you. What the heck? She's beautiful. I keep moving the whole tree. Yay! Thank you, display. It's exactly what I wanted. We're missing spots over here, but... Perfect. Yeah, thank you. Alright, this is the last one. This is my other one. It's a spider! Kind of. But if you turned it around, the legs would be on the other side. It's a spider! Wah! 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 Yeah, it looks perfect. Thank you. Thank you. It was hard for me to, because I knew exactly I wanted to make the Ghorby bell, but I didn't know what to do for the other one until I was thinking like maybe an umbrella for Resident Evil, and then I'm like maybe a stars ornament for stars, and then I'm like I don't know, but then I was like spider, because no one used this one, so I was like I want to try, and yeah, the spider, kind of spider, yes. It's coming down. Whoa. It's like a maybe like, you know. Yeah, it's a spider. And I used like the glitter brush tool for the eyes on the Ghorby and this one. So yeah. Yippee! Doink! Yippee! Yay! And now the final touches is of course the topper. We gotta put the topper on the tree, which the tree is a little might be a little too high up to do. Let me oops. Well, I'm gonna have to do that anyway. So can I grab the tree, please? Can I grab the tree? Thank you. Oh, okay. That didn't change too much. Sick. I'm moving around a little wee bit. Yippee! There we go. Yay! Here's the topper, the final one. It's you guys! It's another Ghorby! You might recognize this Ghorby. You might recognize this Ghorby. Some of you have one of these. so shining. Yes, this is the award for the Ghorby Awards. Last year, for January 30th is my was my 1-year streaming anniversary, and we had the Ghorby Awards. Yes, and this was the one of the awards, and I just cut off the bottom. But yeah, and we're gonna be having another Ghorby Awards the next year, or you know, for my 2-year streaming anniversary on January 30th. Yes, 2026. And yeah, the nominations for that will start, I think, Saturday. Yeah, because I have no other after the Maid Cafe one, basically. Noted. Yeah. Yippee! Yippee! Doink! Yay! Look at our tree! Yippee! Oh. What the hell? What the hell, boy? Oh my goodness. Oh. Shit. I messed up. I messed up my thing. There you go. My scarf. Oh! My scarf. How dare. Fuck! I'll have to fix it later. Yeah! It's all beautiful. Yippee! My tea. Fuck! I'll just set it down for now. Over there. Yeah. Boink. Where you been? Our tree! Yay! It's okay. I think it's gonna be wonky for a little bit. Yeah! What do you guys think of our tree? The final is finished. It's complete. Yippee! Yay! Yay! Thank you everyone who made a ornament. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I really appreciate it. It's so pretty. Yippee! Yay! I'm glad we got to do this year. Last year I wasn't able to. So, yippee! I'm glad we were able to decorate our beautiful tree. Our beautiful tree. And you know what? We're gonna do this we're gonna do this yearly, okay? And I'm keeping the ornaments from each year, just like how you do normally. So you just add, each year we'll add more and more different ornaments on the tree. How do we like the sound of that? And you guys can make new ones, of course. But then your old ones will return as well. A new tradition is born, yes. Yippee! Yeah, every month of December we will decorate a tree and you guys will make ornaments for it. Yeah. Yes. I think that'll be awesome. Being silly. I'll fix it later. Yay! Yippee! So cute! So cute! Adorable. I love it. I love it. 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. You guys did such a great job. Yippee! Yippee! Yay! Cute! 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 Wow. It's been very fun to be super festive this month. And honestly with October as well, even though that's the usual. We're very, very festive for October. But last year we didn't get to be festive. I was in the middle of moving and I was sicky and a bunch of stuff happened. So, where I was gone for both November and December last year. This year I was just gone for November. but yeah, yippee. Spooks you festively. Boo, 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 boo. Happy spooking. But yeah, yippee. So pretty. I love them all. An unexpected guest of Fiona. Yippee! Yeah! Very cute indeed. Yippee! Yeah, this is all I had planned for the day. We could continue reading the book, but I don't know. Is that lucky? Ogre? Yes, yes he is. Look at her. Dismantling and reassembling PC. Alrighty. Do we get to find out where the dagger came from? I suppose. You're so right, so true. We can continue reading, yeah. We'll read our book. So for those of you who weren't here last week, we read our book, Mistletoe and Murder, and we got to chapter 7, and yeah, it was it's an interesting read. So we're gonna end in Mistletoe and Murder, yes, and we'll continue that today, with our beautiful tree. Let me fix my scarf. Hang on, hold up. Boink. No, it keeps going on my necklace. Stop. There we go. Yay. And then, doink. For all of our ornaments. I'm gonna put my tea away. Doink. Yippee! So yeah, everyone get comfy. Wait, it's on my mouth? It's on my chin! God damn it. Oh. Ah. How did I have it last time? Meh. Shit. Scarf, please. Oh. Yay. Ah, the tree. No, I ruined the tree. Shit. Hold up. Okay. Let me scooch over. Everything's falling apart. Okay. I need... Okay. Blink. Done. I gotta go through every single one and make it so it's behind me. You're done. There we go. So take the time to everyone go get a snack, go get a bevy, get all comfy. You get to see my model be all whoa. Yeah. And then once I'm done with this, we shall get to reading. Oh yeah, Mon, I told them about the Maid Friday. I didn't say about, I didn't give them the full thing, because I thought that's for you to say. So if you want to know more about the maid thing on Friday, go to twit.tv/monqueek to find out. To find out more. Dun. How you doing, dum-de-dum? Don't mind me. I could have done this while we were doing it, but you know. You know. Excuse me. Last but not least, the topper. Done. Yippee! Oh, fuck. Shit. I gotta move. Move, me. Move. No, not that. Me. Jet. Ah! God damn it. Okay. Lock everything. You know what? I'm gonna put on a cozy blankie anyway. Who needs it? You know? There we go. We just be cozy instead. Yeah. I've been wearing the scarf for so long, I'm like, something's missing. Ooh, ooh. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Okay. We're gonna change the music. Sorry, VOD viewer. You no longer get to hear music. I apologize. Doink. Chill vibes now. We have our Christmas tree. Yay! Oh my, wow. So cozy. Spooky. Spooky. Christmas book read. Cozy time. Yes. Yes. La 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 la. I need to turn it down a little bit for me. La 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 la. There you go. So, if you were not here for Mistletoe and Murder last time, last where we left off, I'm just gonna put you, okay. Daisy, our main character, she's a detective, and she's writing an article for this paper that she also works for, and she's visiting this, like, Mr. and Mrs. Norville. They're, you know, previously on Mistletoe and Murder, yeah. And, she's visiting them, to write an article, and their, like, family, and, yeah, her family's also coming over, and I think the Norvilles are also family, and so it's basically everyone's coming to their house for Christmas, and, there's also a ghost. Apparently there's a ghost, and there's rumors of a ghost, and, so far, Jemima, apparently she's a little suspicious. She dressed as a ghost and scared Daisy's daughter, Belinda, and, but she was trying to scare Mr. What was his name? Calloway, Mr. Calloway, so he could leave because apparently he's making everyone upset. And Mr. Calloway is just a friend of like their uncle, who's a captain. Yeah, he's just invited him over for like Christmas, this Christmas season. Hi, welcome in. Thank you for the follow, Sasuke. How are you? So yeah, and last where we left off, Belinda and her uncle. Yeah, I guess it's her uncle. Derek. They found a treasure map, and they found a dagger with old blood on it. So wow, that's where we last left off. And we finished chapter 6, and now we're on chapter 7. So yeah, there's your last time previously on Mistletoe and Murder. And you also missed out on a lot of set dressing. They described everything, every nook and cranny of this house. Great recap, EP. Yeah, I was like, you're gonna have to tell me if that was a correct recap. Well, yippee, yeah, we have the book, and I have it physically, so you can hear all the wow, the pages, page ASMR. So yeah, everybody get comfy and cozy, and we're getting back into Mistletoe and Murder. I'm very bad at reading aloud, so I will fumble words. And also, it doesn't help that this is 1920s London, where so yeah. Yippee. I'm glad to hear you're doing good. Alrighty, everyone get comfy. Being social is canceled, so we're back. Wow. Well, welcome back. We're getting back into Mistletoe and Murder. Alrighty. Chapter 7. Blinking away her tears, Belinda put her eye to the crack. Outside was a green gloom, a curtain of ivy. She heard birds singing and water running and muffled voices. Someone's there. Let's shout for help. No, that'd be a pretty wet end to a real adventure. Come on, push harder. They might go away, said Belinda, but she pushed with all her strength. The door cracked open a few more inches. Nana, which is their dog, Nana perked up her ears, slipped through the gap, and dashed off. Nana! Oh no, I'll never find her, Belinda cried. I bet we can get out that way. Take your coat off. It was a squeeze, but they made it. Behind the ivy was a tree trunk, and they had to squeeze past that too. They came out into the valley garden, face to face with Daisy, Alec, and the captain. Captain Norville took his pipe from his mouth and roared with laughter. Where did you two spring off to? Alec inquired around his pipe, grinning. You're filthy, said Daisy. What have you been up to? The story poured out. The captain laughed again. An enterprising pair. I knew about the room under the prospect tower. God and I... He cast a quick, uneasy glance over his shoulder. Godfrey and I should say, used to play at smugglers down there, and prisoners in dungeons, and all manner of games. We asked Mr. Norville if it was all right to go to the tower, Derek said. Good for you, but I didn't know about the tunnel and the room at this end. Without a map, we didn't think to close the trap, so we never noticed the latch. Of course, we didn't have electric torches, just stubs of candles, usually, or an oil lantern. I wonder if Godfrey discovered it later. He wouldn't have left it there, would he? Wouldn't have left this there, would he? Derek brandished the knife. Uncle Alec, don't you think this is a bloodstain? It could be, Alec agreed. inspecting the blade. It's hard to tell, though. My guess is the knife's been there a long, long time. I wonder if it's connected to the story the boatman told me, Daisy said. I expect you know the tale, Captain. About 100 years ago, there was a smuggler chief called Red Jack who was related to the Norvilles. The family hid him when he was badly injured by the dragoons. Welcome in, Jake. Hi. I bet that's it, said Derek excitedly. I bet they hid him in the secret room. The really secret one. And this is the knife he fought the dragoons with. Could be, said the captain. The half is teak. I don't know. Nicely carved. Dolphins and sea serpents. Typical. It looks like the sort of sheath knife seamen still carry today, to be used for rope and baccy, and salt pork and anything else that needs cutting or whittling. I've heard the story, Mrs. Fletcher, but Godfrey would know more about it. I expect. I'll ask him. Derek slid the blade back into the sheath. Come on, Belle. Hold on, young man, Alec commanded. First, you'll go and shut all the doors you've left open. Oh, right, Uncle Alec. But I don't think we can shut the one at this end. It was frightfully hard to open. I'll see what I can do, offered the captain. Gosh, thanks, sir. Belle and I managed the other end, I think. Oh. Belle and I can manage the other end, I think. And then, put in Daisy, before you even dream of speaking to Mr. Norville, you'll both go and wash your hands, faces, and change your clothes, and brush your hair. Belle slipped her grubby hand into Daisy's. Are you angry, Mama? Not a bit of it, darling. Like the captain, I think it's frightfully enterprising of the two of you. But you still need to wash your face and comb the twigs and cobwebs out of your hair. Oh, and brush Nana before you go in. Off you go. Hi. Hi, silly ghost. Hello, fellow silly ghosts. It was nearly tea time when Belinda and Derek came downstairs, clean and tidy. Derek carrying the precious knife. They met Mr. Norville, Mrs. Norville, and Jemima in the hall on their way to tea. Mincemeat pies and Christmas cake, the maid who took their dirty clothes had promised. Please, sir, look what I found, said Derek. They told the story again. Jemima scowled the whole time. Belle was sure she was dying of envy. What an adventure, said Mrs. Norville. Miles will be simply wild. Yep. He used to drag me around endlessly, hunting for that passage and the treasure, and we never found the room under the Prospect Tower. You never told us about it, Daddy. There was nothing worth seeing in it. Mr. Norville didn't seem very interested. He pulled the blade from the sheath and said, Yes, a common seaman's knife. It could be 18th century, but far from rare. The carving might be worth a second look, but I haven't the time for such things at present. I leave it here on the table. I'll see to it when everything's settled. No one wants the dirty old thing, Jemima sneered, as the children followed the Norvilles to the library. Jemima seems jealous. Derek glanced back sadly at his slighted treasure lying abandoned on the hall table. He sighed. Never mind, Belinda whispered. I bet there's another map in the south room, and we'll find the real treasure. The real treasure. The chapel was decorated with holly, ivy, and evergreens. Candles burned in silver and brass candlesticks on the altar, and in the gleaming brass candelabra hanging from the vaulted ceiling. The woodwork gleamed too. The pews, the small organ console, and the beautifully carved rod screen. Wherever their faults, Lord Westmore's servants took good care of his possessions. Many of them were already in the chapel, settled at the rear, when the ancient but still working clock chimed the hour, and his lordship's guests and poor relations came in. As Daisy entered down the steps from the old dining room, she recognized Mrs. Pardon and 2 or 3 maids she had met. The others, having had no business with the guests, gazed curiously at the strangers and whispered to each other. The whispering ceased abruptly as the revered Calloway appeared. Daisy seated in the front row between Belle and Derek, saw the clergyman glance around at the decorations and frown. He really was too finicky for words. As it was not a formal service, just carol singing, he sat down in the pew behind Daisy. Dora Norville went to the organ, and her husband stood up at the front and announced, "The Weasel song? The Wassail song. Yep." Oh God, Belinda murmured, not murder, murmured, as the organ piped out an introduction. "We sang this at school." Ah, I see. Here we come, wassailing. It has to be wassailing. Here we come wassailing, along the leaves so green. Daisy heard a snort behind her. She had no doubt from whom it emanated. The Rev's voice was notably not raised in song. We have got a little purse of stretching leather skin. We want a little of your money to line it well within. Come, love and joy come to you, and to you your wassail too." That's the song. The wassail song was followed by "O Come All Ye Faithful," and that by "The First Noel." Mr. Calloway bore a strong baritone line in each. Then Miles stood up and moved to the front. "I'd like to teach you a carol I learned from a wounded German soldier." Whoa. Come all ye faithful. Sorry, I'm plugging my phone back in. "I'd like to teach you a carol I learned from a wounded soldier." A gasp came from more than one throat, interrupted him. But he continued steadily. Who was in the bed next to mine in hospital at Christmas in 18. He translated it for me. It's very simple. If I sing it through once, I hope you'll join me the second time. Oh, Christmas tree, how evergreen your branches. You thrive amidst the winter snow, and bloom with lights when cold winds blow. The repeat started uncertainly, then grew in strength, but the sound remained thin. Daisy was sure a number of people were not even attempting to sing. Her mother's penetrating soprano was missing. For one, she herself sang, thinking of Jarvis? This is the 11th book in the series. We have no idea who Jarvis is. Jarvis, show me this man's Christmas tree. Thinking of her dead fiance. Ooh, my bad, girl. Michael, a pacifist, blown up. Michael, a pacifist, blown up by a mine with his friends. Ambulance unit. His vision of peace was worth preserving. Oh. Hi, old. Hi. the Boches. The Germans were human beings, after all. Daisy finished with tears in her eyes, but all the while she was cautious of the ominous silence behind her. It seemed to focus right behind her shoulder blades, though she was sure it was aimed at his impetus pagan to pagan symbol. Pecan? It's like pecan. I don't know. Pecan to a pagan symbol. Matters were not improved by the next carol. Deck the halls, or after that, the Gloucester wassail. Sorry. Pagan? It's like pagan, but not pagan. Pagan to good ale. Daisy began to wonder if the choices were a deliberate effort to afford Calloway. If so, they were succeeding. Who had decided what they were to sing? Godfrey Norville was consulting a list as he announced the songs. Had he written it himself? Was it Felicity or Miles' notion of a lark? Miles had been deadly serious, though. When he sang the German carol. On the other hand, that was the one Daisy felt had most upset the clergyman, and not because he hated Germans. Once in Royal David City, and while shepherds watched, improved the atmosphere in Calloway's vacancy. Then Godfrey Norville announced the final carol, "We Wish You a Merry Christmas," which could only be described as a pecan to figgy pudding. I don't know that word. Belinda and Derek threw their hearts into this one. We won't go until we get some. We won't go until we've got some. We won't go until we've got some. So bring some right here. As the final chord died away, Derek leaned across Daisy and said, "Belle, do you actually like figgy pudding?" "Ugh," said Belinda, "but it's a jolly good song." They filed back up the narrow, curving steps into the old dining room. At once, the Dowager Viscountess began to complain about the German carol. "The Germans were our allies 100 years ago," Alec pointed out philosophically, "and the French are bitter enemies. I dare say they'll change places once again someday. We can't hold the whole German race to blame for Kaiser Bill forever, any more than we still hold the French responsible for Napoleon." Lady Dalrymple responded that she, for one, would never trust the French. My goodness. Daisy listened with half an ear, more interested in what was going on behind her. "Sinclair songs," Calloway exclaimed. "Celebrating the season," pleaded Captain Norville. "Celebrating strong drink and heathen nature worship. Christian charity and the hope of eternal life. Joy at Christ's divinity," the captain urged. Holy. Secular songs, Calloway repeated absurdly. Yep, in a consecrated chapel decorated with greenery, I cannot be expected to hold a sacred service surrounded by symbols of pagan polytheism. I'll go and take the holly and the ivy down myself, immediately, promised the captain, but Daisy thought she heard as much resentment in his voice as appeasement. The children had ran ahead into the hall. Following, Daisy saw that someone had lit all the candles on the tree and extinguished the lamps. Derek and Belinda stood gazing at it, the yearly miracle forever fresh. Then Belle began to sing. Away in a manger, no crib for a bed. Derek joined in. The little Lord Jesus laid down his sweet head. The stars in the bright sky looked down where he lay, the little Lord Jesus asleep on the hay. Isn't it beautiful, Mummy? Like the stars in the bright sky for baby Jesus. It's a Christmas miracle. It was beautiful, said someone softly, and Daisy was astonished to find the Reverend nearby, a beacon of light in a dark world like our Lord. I cannot see my way clearly. I must pray, Mr. Norville. Is the chapel in the woods locked? No, said Godfrey Norville mistrustfully. It's kept open. I shall pray there tonight. I must be alone, away from the conflict I feel in this house. What now? No. Later, as the hour of the birth of our Lord approaches, I shall pray for guidance. He laid his hand on Belinda's head. Thank you, my child, for helping me to see the meaning. He moved away. My word, marveled Felicity. Perhaps he's human after all. I wonder which way he's going to jump. What? What? Jump? Daisy inquired, hoping for enlightenment. Felicity shook her head, a touch of mockery in her smile. Sorry, Daisy, my lips are sealed. Daisy decided to be frank. I wish I knew what's going on. There are so many undercurrents. It's quite unsettling. The conflict Mr. Calloway feels, I suppose. I said he'd ruin Christmas, Jemima belted in malevolently. I wish he'd never come. I wish Uncle Vic never found him. I wish he was dead. Gasp! Oh, stow it, Jemima. It's you who will be spoiling Christmas if you don't look out. Buckle up, Jem, Miles joined them. You look like the end of a wet week. Think of presents and turkey and flaming Christmas pud. I don't like Christmas pudding. I'll let you in on a secret. Cooks made a truffle in honor of the distinguished guests. I wish they'd never come too, said the impossible girl, and flounced off. Her brother and sister sighed in union. Sorry, Daisy and Miles. She's rather too much for Mother, I'm afraid. Her manners are simply dire. Felicity agreed. I wonder if Uncle Vic or Grandfather could stump up for a couple of years of school for her. Good idea. It's worth putting out a few feelers. Miles paused. But not until this business is over. There's no knowing what may come of it. Ah, the candles are sputtering. Light a couple of lamps. Flick, while I snuff them before the tree goes up in flames. Her curiosity burning with no prospect of satisfaction, Daisy went to send the children to bed. Guys, if the clergyman's gonna be alone to go pray, I don't know. If you might not come back. And I don't think I've ever been so utterly clueless as to what's going on. Daisy, don't talk to me of clues, Alec groaned, tearing off his stiff collar. He hated stiff collars, but he would have hated still more to give his he would have hated still more to give his mother-in-law any extra ammunition to use against him. I was hoping for a rest of sleuthing. Sleuthing? Yeah, it's sleuthing. All that's happened is that the captain has invited a I don't want to say that, to stay. And the rest of the family, basically a poo-poo head to stay, and the rest of the family wants, quite reasonably in my opinion, to see the last of him. He's simply frightful, isn't he, darling? She wrinkled her nose in the adorable way which always made him want to kiss her. Whoa. Whoa. But Captain Norville traveled all the way from India with him, so he knew quite well what he was like. Why invite him? And why try so hard to please him now he's here? Common courtesy to a guest, and I expect the captain invited him before he found out what a pill he was. There's more to it than that, Daisy said with conviction. She was halfway out of her frock by now. What? And Alec didn't want to talk about the Norvilles or even think about them. He'd hardly go off into the woods at midnight on his own to wrestle his soul whether to stay a few more days. Enough, love. If I know Belinda, she'll be here at dawn to show us the contents of her stocking, even if she doesn't believe in Father Christmas anymore. No doubt bringing Derek with her. Let's get some sleep. Sleep? Daisy inquired innocently, but there was a begilding glint in her unusually glildless blue eyes. Hello? 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 Hi, Miyu. I'm very shocked, apparently. Hi. Okay. What's happening? Hello? I think I know why. One moment. Hello? No. La la. Uno momento. There we go. We're chilling now. We're chilling. Okay, okay. Sleep, Daisy. To bed, woman. I'll be with you as soon as I've folded this damned instrument of torture. He wrestled with the studs of his starched shirt. Let me help, darling, said Daisy. Somehow the shirt ended up on the floor where it spent the night. Whoa. 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 Belle and Derek appeared at first light. By the time Daisy chased them out to wash and dress, they had consumed 2 tuppenny bars of fries chocolate, 2 sherbet dabs, and the tangerines from the toes of their stockings, and had read their own and each other's comic papers. I'm sticky, said Daisy. I'm exhausted, said Alec, but I suppose we'd better get up. Oh, is that... Okay, why'd you say that? Hi, welcome in. Welcome in, Jace? Jate? Correct me if I'm wrong. What? I don't know. I don't know. Jace? Okay, cool. Thank you. Hi, welcome in. Thank you for the follow. It'd be like that sometimes. I guess you're right. I suppose we'd better get up. It'll take a policeman to stop those two opening all the rest of the presents before breakfast. Breakfast before presents and presents before church? I suppose Calloway will insist on giving a sermon even on Christmas morning. I hope it's short and not too full of hellfire. After breakfast, everyone gathered in the library. Daisy, having no idea who lived at Brockton, had provided a large box of chocolate, which was well received. Trust her to get it right, Alec thought. He was worried about the present he had brought Daisy for their first Christmas. She had admired some petrified wood they had seen somewhere in the western United States, and he had secretly bought wood opal. Oh, that's pretty. Wood opal earrings and a long string of beads. Knee-length beads were fashionable, but would she rather had real pearls, even though she could afford only a short string and not of the best? He need not have worried. She was thrilled, and when he muttered something about pearls, she said dismissively, "Oh, everyone has pearls. I bet no one else in England has anything like this." Belinda and Derek were equally pleased with their presents from America, but the big hit was something Daisy had picked up for a few pennies. When she explained that the dried maize kernels would turn into popcorn, oh wow, when toasted, they had to try it at once. Derek ran off to the kitchen for a frying pan. Everyone gathered around the library fireplace to watch. The kernels started to pop. Nana howled and hid behind a chair. Some of the white puffs flew out and flared up in the fire. They were bigger than Daisy had expected, and soon overflowed the frying pan, inciting a great deal of hilarity. Everyone tasted, including Nana, even Lady Darlimple, but when Belinda and Derek went on crunching, she said, "Daisy, stop them, they'll ruin their meal." No, said Mr. Tremaine. They're nothing but air, m'lady. And there's the service in the chapel for the kiddies to sit through before we get to Christmas dinner. A pail flew over the company. Alec had been aware that Calloway had not joined them at breakfast nor afterwards, but more as a lifting of spirits than a conscious noting of his absence. He was off duty. He didn't care where anyone happened to be at any particular time. The Rev must be sleeping in after wrestling with his demons in the wood all night, Miles said lightly. "Don't speak so disrespectfully of Mr. Calloway," the captain snapped, "especially on Christmas Day." For once, Godfrey supported his brother, though his zeal seemed to Alec less a change of heart rather than forced and unconvincing tribute to the season of goodwill to all men. "We'd better get along to the chapel. It's nearly 11. He'll be upset if we're late." The ancient clock began to chime the hour as Alec followed Daisy down the steps into the chapel. A few servants sat at the back, though not nearly as many had come to the carol singing. By daylight, the chapel had lost some of its charm, but several beautiful old paintings were visible, and sun slanted through the stained glass, cast patches of color on the white walls. There was no sign of Calloway. No doubt he was hanging behind to make a grand entrance. The congregation settled down into an expectant hush. Still no Calloway. The children began to fidget. Daisy put her arm around Belinda, and Lady Dalrymple confiscated the rubber band Derek had taken from his pocket. Still no Calloway. Captain Norville got up and went out. A couple of minutes later he returned, without Calloway. He went to speak to the housekeeper at the back. In the quiet, their whispers exchanged was audible. "Who took the Reverend his morning tea?" asked the captain. "No one, sir," the woman said, unabashed. Bashed. Yep. "Mr. Calloway is not a guest of his lordship." Captain Norville let out a ghastly, aspirated sigh. Miles jumped out and joined him. "I'll go see if he's still asleep, sir," he offered. "Thank you, my boy." The captain raised his voice. "And in the meantime, while Miles fetches Mr. Calloway, I suggest that anyone who wishes should go out to the hall and make themselves comfortable." Daisy immediately shepherded the children out. Alec paused to let Lady Dalrymple go ahead, and she stayed behind for a moment of private prayer. When she caught up with them, she made straight for his side and started to complain about the ill breeding of the modern churchmen in general and the Reverend Calloway in particular. Jesus. "All right, enjoy your look, Mew." Alex supposed it was better to be the recipient of her complaints than their subject. He did not have to suffer long before Miles came into the hall from the east wing. "Mr. Calloway's bed hasn't been slept in," he announced. "He's hooked it," Felicity said at once. "Don't be vulgar, dear," said her mother automatically, but she looked relieved. The captain stared at Miles, seemingly silenced by shock, while Jemima muttered, "Good riddance," and old Mrs. Norville muttered, "Oh dear." "Puffles," cried Godfrey Norville, much perturbed. Why should he leave so unceremoniously? As Victor's guest, he was welcome at Brockton. "We did our poor best to make him welcome, didn't we?" "Don't worry, father, he hasn't gone off," said Miles. "At any rate, as far as I can tell, only his outdoor clothes are missing. Perhaps he decided to walk into Calstock to go to the service there instead of preaching to the heathen." Yeah. Miles, his mother, was scandalized. "Sorry, mother. Maybe he fell asleep in the chapel," Daisy proposed soothingly. The one by the river." Dashed uncomfortable, Miles shook his head. "No more likely he fell on his way through the woods. The gale brought quite a few branches down, and it was dark, remember? He might have tripped and sprained his ankle." "I hope he broke his leg," said Jemima viciously. "Or his neck." "Jemima!" Holy! Jemima out for blood. Poor Dora grew more and more flustered. "In any case," Alex said calmly, "we'd better go and look for him. Miles, Captain, Mr. Norville, you'll come with me? I'm not certain of the way." "I'm coming too," Derek whooped. "Come on, Belle. We'll take Nana. She'll be a ripping bloodhound." Daisy instantly quenched that plan. "You're staying right here, both of you." She exchanged a look with Alec. He seconded her. If they found Calloway injured, or if he'd managed to fall into the Tamar and drowned himself, they wouldn't want the children underfoot. When Alec came downstairs, having changed his shoes and put on his overcoat, Miles, Captain Norville, and Mr. Tremaine awaited him. Father's soothing my mother," Miles said uncomfortably. "I'm afraid her undutiful children are a trial to her." They walked down the terraces, through the tunnel under the lane and into the valley garden. Here they spread out to cover the several winding paths, looking about them as they went. The paths, steep and slippery in places, must have been difficult to navigate safely in darkness, but no one saw any sign of the missing clergyman. The previous afternoon, Alec and Daisy had not gone all the way to the bottom of the garden. Now, when they reached the woods, Alec saw that Miles was right about the damage done by the gale. The broad woodland path was scattered with twigs and a few quite large branches. If one of those fell on the poor chap, said Tremaine, he wouldn't have had a chance. No, Miles agreed, or he could have easily tripped over one in the dark, though I suppose he brought a lantern. Let's assume he didn't veer from the track, Alec proposed, unless we find he isn't in the chapel, we'll stick to the track. Even with no more than a ricked ankle, said Captain, subdued, which I hope is the worst of it. He might have gone to the chapel for shelter rather than try to make it back to the house. Watch out for footprints, though, said Alec. If he strayed, we might be lucky enough to spot it. But the dying gale had dried the ground, leaving no muddy patches to show footprints. Last autumn's fallen leaves spread in drifts across the path, crunching underfoot. Perhaps they left a trail an expert red Indian tracker could have followed. Holy. Hi, JJ, welcome in. But to Alec's eye, no obvious trace showed where they had trodden. The chapel came into view. Hello, the door's open, said Miles. He strode ahead, pushed the half-open door, and went in. As the others approached, he suddenly came out, his face dead white. He took 2 steps and stopped, swaying, his eyes shut, his one hand clenched. Alec reached him first. Steady, old man, lean on me. I'm all right. I've seen much worse. It's just that it brings it all back. What? The captain demanded. What did you see? Calloway, he's there all right. Dead, with a knife in his back. Bum, bum, bum! Murder! He was murdered! Whoa. That was the end of chapter 7. Calloway's dead and he's been murdered. It's going well. How are you, JJ? Never expected that. Well, yeah, I had no idea. Who could have seen that coming? Whoa, I didn't know. We just knew that he was gonna die. We didn't know what way. Even if wow, we found this knife over in this room. Let's leave it right here. Holy. Who do you guys think did it? Do you think, because Jemima's like 12, do you think she murdered him? Jemima, 100%. Trying to think, who else? What if it was the mother? Mrs. Norville? Because all we know about Calloway is that he also came from India. Maybe, this is my theory, maybe Calloway knew something about Mrs. Norville's past, and she's like, we gotta get rid of him. Maybe that's why she needed to leave. Like, she's like, my children are, I don't know. Ooh. Ooh. Wow. Holy, there's 20 chapters in this, dog. Holy. And these books, true. It's so true. Holy. Calloway's dead! I mean, he was a little bit of a meanie, but doesn't mean he should have been wide-eyed. Ooh. Alrighty, chapter 8. No! Captain Norville rushed towards the open chapel door when Tremaine caught his arm. The force of his charge swung him around, fists bunching. Let go of me! Stop! You mustn't go in there! Victor, this is a matter for the police. He's dead? Calloway's dead? Fists relaxing. The captain shook his head like a bewildered bull whose chosen victim had just jumped a fence. His shoulders slumped. Then mother will never be vindicted. Oh. To be honest, Uncle Vic, said Miles, still pale, but with a touch of color returning to his cheeks. I didn't think Grandmama cares much anymore. Little you know. Did you know she still sleeps with a miniature of my father under her pillow? To you, she's just a wrinkled old lady, but inside she's still a young and pretty and in mourning. Alec never would have expected such a flight of fancy from the seaman. What on earth was going on? He vaguely remembered Daisy recounting some tragic story from old Mrs. Norville's past, but he hadn't paid much attention. It didn't do to ignore Daisy's apparently idle chatter. He thought. Then he reminded himself that it was Christmas Day, and he was on holiday. He wasn't going to have anything to do with investigating Calloway's death. Damn it. All the same, I'd better make sure the poor devil's not lying there slowly bleeding to death, he said to Tremaine. I won't touch anything but his wrist. Miles gave him a puzzled look. But... He started, then fell silent as Alec frowned at him. Something else Daisy had told him. She had mentioned his profession to young Miles, and sworn him to secrecy. When she discovered that Lord Westmore had not passed on the information to his poor relations. Alec went into the dimness of the tiny chapel. In spite of himself, he kept a lookout for footprints and thought he saw none. And though he saw none, not even Miles, he kept to one side so as not to leave his own. The Reverend Calloway lay prone before the simple altar. He might have been performing a profound obeisance. Yep, before his lord, were it not for the knife hilt protruding between his shoulder blades. So he was stabbed in the back. Someone stabbed him in the back. His head was turned away from Alec. The arms were caught beneath the body, as if he had been on his knees praying when he was struck down. He was wearing his funeral black suit, his overcoat folded over the back of a pew next to the burnt-out lantern. Mortifying the flesh, Alec thought wearily, or warmed by the favor of his devotions. Alec bowed his head briefly towards the crucifix, but when he knelt, he was kneeling beside the fallen man, not before the altar. Amidst the black cloth, the wide patch of blood around the knife was hard to make out. The base of the haft was stained. Alec thought a fair amount of blood must have welled out immediately, but not sputtered. The murderer would have blood on his hands, but probably not his clothes. The blade had gone in high on Calloway's back, behind the shoulder blades, slanting it downwards, but too high. Alex suggested it hit the heart. Nevertheless, when he reached beneath the body for the wrist, he knew before he touched it that the man was dead. No pulse, cold, and rigor well advanced, soon after midnight probably. Damn it, he was not going to start detecting. But he couldn't stop his mind working. As he started to stand up, he saw the dark pool of coagulated blood by Calloway's open mouth, spreading under his cheek, pillowed on the cold stone. The knife must have nicked a lung, perhaps. Perhaps it had severed the spinal cord, paralyzing the man. That would explain why he did not struggle in his death. Throws. Why he was laid out so neatly. There was something oddly familiar about that knife hilt. Alec stooped to take another look. Yes, if he was not mistaken, it was the seaman's knife Belinda and Derek had found yesterday in the secret passage. Where had they left it? Damn it, he was not going to start detecting. It's in caps, by the way, that whole sentence. This was one for the local police. He hurried out of the chapel, using his handkerchief to pull the doors shut behind him. Where's the nearest police station? He asked. Calstock, Tremaine told him. The captain interrupted. Calloway's dead, then Fletcher? I searched half of India for that man, talked him into coming home when he was all set to retire over there, but put up with his prudish ways for weeks on end. Why? Alec asked bluntly. Why? Because the less said, the better, Vic. Tremaine interrupted in his turn and repeated, This is a matter of the police. I'll go and fetch them, Miles offered. Are you sure you feel up to it, my boy? His grandfather asked with concern. Yes, perfectly. I'll be better with something to do. He looked at Alec. I suppose I'll have to tell them it's murder. It's difficult to see how it could be an accident or suicide, Alec agreed dryly, or even self-defense. But just report a violent death and make sure they bring a doctor. Yes, sir. I believe Dr. Hennessy is away for Christmas, said Tremaine. You can say I suggested to ring up county police headquarters in Bodmin for advice. Don't tell them any more than you absolutely must. Yes, sir. Again, the young man glanced at Alec, who nodded. From the family's point of view, if not from that of the police, the canny old solicitor was quite right. Righto, then I'm off. He strode off up the path, back the way they had come. Wait, Alec called. He turned to Tremaine. Does he go near the house? No, the public footpath skirts the garden on the riverside. There's a hairpin bend, then another gate into the garden, then a rather steep slope to the top before it straightens, meets the farm track, and then it runs out to Calstock. Why? Never mind, Alec shouted. Miles waved him on, watching him go past the gate, then said to Tremaine, "Because I don't want the children hearing about this." Gad, no, Captain Norville, who had been standing in gloomy contemplation of the chapel, swung around. Nor the ladies, by Jove. We'll have to tell them something, Tremaine argued. The ladies, at least. We must agree on the story before we go back to the house. Something which won't spoil Christmas for everyone. They'll find out soon enough when the police arrive, Alec pointed out. Better tell them the truth in the first place. Tell the ladies Calloway's dead, anyway. And Miles has gone for a doctor. Let them assume natural causes. I don't think anyone was sufficiently fond of him as for his demise to spoil their Christmas dinner. It spoilt mine, the captain muttered. Very well, said Tremaine. We'd best get back and break the news before they start wondering what's going on. I'll have to stay, Alec said reluctantly, to make sure no one goes in and disturbs the evidence. With any luck, Miles will bring a bobby back in time for me not to miss my dinner. I'll stay, grumbled the captain. Can't leave a guest of Westmore's out here. Sorry, I wish I could let you, Captain, but I'm afraid it looks as though you and your family are going to be the chief suspects. Me? I wanted him alive. His death has ruined everything. Fletcher's right, Victor. Unaccustomed as I am to criminal practice, I can see that all of us, even I, shall be under speculation. Come along now. We must go and break the news of the reverend gentleman's demise. We don't want to keep the ladies in suspense. Do please try to keep it from the children, Alec begged. Of course, said the captain gruffly. And if there's a key to the chapel, I expect the police will want to lock it up until they can examine it properly. I'll send someone with the key. They tramped off. Alex strolled up and down in front of the chapel. He hadn't done guard duty for years, but waiting was still not a infrequent part of his duties, usually in far less pleasant surroundings. Birds sang in the trees, and a pair of rust-red squirrels chased each other, leaping from branch to branch like trapeze artists. Somewhere in the distance, a peal of bells rang out in a joyful clamor. The end of the morning service in Calstock, probably. There would be no church service at Brockton today. The intended celebrant, had belled to death or choked on his own blood, but Alec was not going to speculate on the precise medical cause of his departure to a better world, nor on who had sent him there. He took his pipe from his pocket and put it back again. Much as he longed for a smoke, it would somehow be disrespectful to the dead, a feeling he had encountered before, to distract himself from the irresponsible instinct to detect. He took a turn around the chapel. The patches of evergreen bushes, laurels, and rhododendrons, rhododendrons, is a flower, grew on each side, but there was a room to pass between thicket and wall. Behind the chapel, the ground fell away abruptly in quite a high cliff, 50 or 60 feet, with a mud flat at the bottom. The river was a muddy brown after the gale and heavy rains. Turbulent was quite a bit of debris racing seaward on what looked like an ebb tide. The opposite bank, bordered with yellow reeds, was much lower, a gentle hillside dotted with red Devonshire cattle. Alec, it was Daisy's apprehensive voice. Alec, where are you? Here, coming. He hurried around the front. Daisy flung herself into his arms and hugged him tightly. Gosh, darling, I was afraid you had been done in, too. Too? I suppose the captain couldn't keep his mouth shut. So Calloway has been murdered. How dreadful. Captain Norville and Mr. Tremaine just told us he had died. Alec groaned. And I've just told you he was done in. Give me credit for a little nous. I don't know. Darling, if he'd popped off from a heart seizure or something, the captain would have stayed to wait for the doctor. If you stayed, it meant there was something suspicious about his death, and you didn't trust the captain not to mess about with your clues. Not my clues. I'm on holiday. I managed to stop Miles giving me away. So don't you breathe a word of my profession. Where are the children? I caught them sneaking out right after you left. I made them promise not to come this way, and Derek said that they'd go up the hill to the Prospect Tower. It's so the giant... It's to be a giant wigwamp? I don't know. I gathered. They were both wearing the red Indian costumes we bought them. Belle's adorable in the beaded jacket and the squaw feather, and her ginger braids. Poor Nana was to be a buffalo, but she likes to be chased, and they won't hurt her. How was he killed? Stabbed with... Bash it, Daisy. You might as well tell me, darling. It won't be a secret once the local Bobby arrives. I hope we can keep it from Belinda and Derek, and I had hoped for a peaceful, if not merry, Christmas dinner before it's generally known. Well, I shan't tell anyone, especially Mother. Oh heavens, she's going to be simply livid. Livider, I mean, if there is such a word. Let's put off telling everyone as long as possible. We'll persuade the Bobby not to come up to the house till after dinner. So only, let's see, 4 of us will know, besides the murderer. Who do you think stabbed him? She's asking the hard-hitting questions. I'm trying not to think about it, Alec pointed out. No one was exactly keen on the poor chap, Daisy mused. I'm afraid no one will really mourn him. I wish I knew why Captain Norville invited him in the first place. He said something odd, Alec revealed reluctantly. He said, then Mother will never be vindicted. And then he talked about her still mourning her husband. But he wasn't her husband, I mean. I knew you weren't listening when I told you about Mother's letter, or was he? Great Scott, Daisy, what in the dickens are you talking about? Daisy held up her hand. Hush a minute, let me think. This does rather change things. Surely vindicated is that context must mean. Darling, I rather think I know what Calloway was here for. Must I beg for enlightenment? No, why should you? She wrinkled her nose at him. You're absolutely determined not to investigate, so you have no reason to want to know in any case. It's all hearsay and guesswork, no evidence. I give you a fair warning. A second murder is about to be committed, Alec growled. Whoa. Keep your hair on, darling. I'm rather fond of that black thatch of yours. Righto, I'd better start from the beginning. She narrated Lady Eva's tale of the Lady Ava's tale of the events leading up to the drowning of Albert and his eldest brother, Viscount Norville, with the sixth Earl's heir. Blah 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 blah. A sad story. Presumably, they quarreled about the Viscount wouldn't lend his support, but that leaves the native girl still in India. We're talking about the old lady known as Mrs. Norville. Yes, she arrived a few months later with 2 babies. Can you imagine, darling? She came all the way to join him only to find him dead. Simply ghastly. She claimed to be married, though, with proof. I don't suppose there was the slightest chance of Earl's believing her. Or admitting to believing her, rather. Not a chance, even if it were true. Yet all these years later, she's living here in his house. He gave her an allowance and let her live at Brockton to keep her quiet. He even let her use the family name, but she was never acknowledged as part of the family. Victor and Godfrey were considered illegitimate, assuming they're really Albert's sons. They're the present Earl's first cousins, and I believe we can assume that they're not only Albert's sons, but legitimate sons. Very probable, Alex said, though their chance of proving it must have died with Calloway. Dang. You agree, then? Daisy crowed. Daisy crowed. Calloway was the clergyman who married Albert to his native girl, and the captain brought him home to swear to the marriage. It's a reasonable deduction, but whom does that leave with a motive for murdering the man? They should all have been happy as larks at the prospect of being legitimized. Unless Calloway changed his mind, he found a great deal to disapprove of. Mrs. Norville's idols and the carols and the mistletoe, and I'm sure he was in 2 minds about the whole business. That was why... Listen, there's the chapel clock chiming 12. The other chapel, I hope Miles gets back in time for Christmas dinner. I'd hate to miss it. Why don't you go on back to the house, love? Alex suggested. It might be a good idea to go check on the children's whereabouts. I wouldn't put it past them to start out in one direction and somehow end up here in the woods without ever realizing where they were heading, of course. They could always blame it on Nana. Yes, hunters must follow where the buffalo leads. Perhaps I ought to go and see what they're up to. Are you going to present the local Bobby with our deductions? Based on hearsay and probably nothing to do with Calloway's death? If he's got any gumption, he'll find out for himself, or his superiors from county headquarters will. Besides, I don't want anyone wondering why I'm so keen on making deductions, which I was obviously determined not to do, you witch Daisy. Don't blame me, darling. Deduction is not only your profession, it's in your blood. Oh, here's the key to the chapel. The captain asked me to bring it. He was very impressed by your anticipating the police wanting to lock up. She went off laughing up the path. Needless to say, before she was out of sight, Alex's mind drifted back willy-nilly to what she had revealed of the Norville's history, and to a bearing on the murder. Unlike some of her wilder theories, her guess as to Calloway's function in the scheme of things seemed pretty sound. It should It would have to be confirmed, but it shouldn't be difficult. The captain would have no reason to deny it. To deny it rather than reverse, as it would tend to expiate himself and his family. Unless, as Daisy suggested, Calloway had changed his mind because of the many offenses against his particular part. Yep. In that case, basically of his beliefs. In that case, might not Captain Norville have lost his temper and assaulted him? Alec remembered the captain's fist clenched when Tremaine caught at his sleeves. Fiery temper, or the automatic defense reaction of one whose life had taken him to dangerous parts of the world. Even in a fury, the captain seemed more the sort to face his adversary and knock him down, clergyman or not, rather than stabbing him in the back. Blah 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 blah. Blah 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 blah. My eyes. Ah. Bah. Ay ay ay. Gotta stretch. Boop, 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 boop. Brr. Ay 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 ay. Reading out loud takes a lot out of you. Hi, Shah Khan. La 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 bamba. Bah. Hi. How much more of this chapter is there? Bah. I'm doing good. We're reading book. Ugh. Thank you for the self-care. I didn't sleep the best last night, so I'm just like, Ooh. Okay. We'll probably, I know it's gonna be a shorter stream, but we'll probably just finish this chapter. I saw we. Take a long time to read a book. Woke up at 4:30 a.m. needing to help the supervisor figure out load. Dang. I hope you're able to get some rest. Ugh. What time is it? Yeah. The murder, yeah. Rather than describing, 3:51. 3:51. Boo. I'm gonna make. I need to make the rest of the cookies after. That's probably what I'll do after stream. Cookie. Bedtime now? I just had to prove that the kid murdered the guy. Ah! Sorry. I accidentally hit the mic with the book. The book with the mic with the blah, blah, blah. Yeah, that's the thing. I don't know, maybe next week, because it'd still be December. I don't know what I'm doing next week. Okay. Mic book. Okay. Ooh, where was I? Okay. On the other hand, those dangerous places included many where an insult to one's honor or that of one's family cried for retaliation in any possible shape or form. Perhaps in the course of the family's the captain's travels, the code of the English gentleman had worn thin. In any case, like a policeman, a merchant marine captain hardly qualifies as a gentleman, to say nothing of his being a poor relation presumed illegitimate, and the man was also half Indian. What sort of Oriental morals had Victor learnt on his mother's knee? Luckily, Alec reminded himself it was not his business to delve into Captain Norville's psyche, and here at last came Miles, and no one but two policemen pushing bicycles. Sergeant Tilton, sir, and Constable Redkin. This is Mr. Fletcher, Sergeant. He's a guest at Brockton. Clinton was a defeated-looking man, not far shy of retirement age. Redkin, judging by the faint fuzz on his cheeks and the spick and span uniform, was a new recruit. A guest? Tilton inquired suspiciously. Might I ask, sir, what keeps you? Oh no, they have an accent. Might I ask, sir, what keeps you egging about here at the scene of the crime? All these French. I stayed to make sure no one entered the chapel. Sergeant, are you in charge of the case? Aye, for now I am. The gales barged down the telephone lines all around Bodmin. 'Tis on edge o' the moor, exposed like. Bessie at the exchange says the lines east and down river are all good. German? I don't know. Accent. Then what about phoning Plymouth? The sergeant stared at him in an outrage. 'Tis not my place, sir. I don't know. Yeah. To go a letting the Devon police now know what's happening about. I'd sooner call in Scotland Yard, that I would. It'll maybe come to that, lad. I bain't a detective, and I don't pretend to be a detective. And with the holidays, no one's going to be out repairing telephone lines for a couple of days. What about a doctor? Alec asked, professional instinct asserting himself again. My grandfather was right, Miles told him. Dr. Hennessy gone to relatives in Exeter for Christmas. Sergeant Tilton rang up Saltash and asked them to send Dr. Clay, but at best it'll take a few hours before he can get here. Aye, if zo be at home now, I'll thank you, sir, and Mr. Miles to be leaving me and Redkin to take a look. Willingly. Here's the key, said Alec, wondering how much evidence they would manage to destroy between them. He and Miles set off up the path. Thank you for preserving my incognito under what must have been considerable temptation. It was difficult when Tilton started talking about calling in Scot Yard. Will you really not take a hand, sir? I can't believe those two oafs have the slightest idea what they're doing. They're used to miners fighting outside the pubs on Saturday night, and the odd tinker stealing a hen. I don't suppose it was a tinker did it, or some passing tramp. Miles finished hopefully. Alec wondered how good a look the young man had taken at Alec wondered how good a look the young man had taken at the knife hilt protruding from Calloway's back. Considering the effect on him of finding the body, he had probably not examined the weapon closely enough to recognize it. If indeed he had ever been shown the children's discovery. I refuse to speculate, Alex said. I'm on holiday. Let's try to put the whole thing out of our minds for the moment and enjoy our Christmas dinner. Dinner was more festive than might have been expected in the circumstances. The children, including Jemima, had not been told of Calloway's death. Belle and Derek, chattering about their Red Indian adventures, didn't seem inclined to question his absence. Jemima, caught in that awkward space between childhood and adulthood, made some gloating remark about the clergyman missing the turkey, and was firmly put in her place by her mother. For the children's sake, most of the adults tried to be bright and cheery. In this they were aided by the wine, which Godfrey, reminded by Dora, produced from behind the 4-foot door in the library. Daisy was too busy keeping an eye, between forkfuls, on Belinda and Derek to pay as much attention as she would have liked to the rest of the company. She wished that she had watched everyone that morning instead of concentrating on children and presents. Surely the murderer awaiting discovery of his crime must have behaved differently from normal. Now, as far as she could see, Felicity and Miles seemed pretty much unaffected. She lively with ironic edge, he more good-natured, though quality. It's like quality, but not. Quality quick-witted, Jemima was sulking, but that was nothing new. Their mother was jolly. The doggedness behind the enthusiasm more evident than usual. Godfrey Norville could not at best of times have been accused of murder. His mind appeared to be elsewhere, his thoughts of distressed nature natural in the circumstances. Victor Norville did a better job of hiding his chagrin at the wreck of his plans, but now and then a shadow of gloom overcame his general nature. Odd, old Mrs. Norville, always quiet, was perhaps a shade quieter. After so many years of ostracism, the sudden rising and then dashing of her hopes must be hard to deal with. Mr. Tremaine was preoccupied. Daisy didn't know whether he had been let in on the secret. I can't read anymore. Daisy didn't know whether he had been in on the secret purpose behind Calloway's advent, but as a lawyer, he must be well aware that the clergyman's death could mean nothing but trouble for the Norvilles. The prospect spoiled no one's appetite. Turkey, chestnut stuffing, parsley, thyme, and onion stuffing, sausage sausage force meat, okay, bread sauce, Brussels sprouts, and peas. Roasted potatoes and gravy were followed by truffle and Christmas pudding, flickers with blue flame. The captain served the pudding. He made sure Belinda and Derek each got 6 pence in the tiny helpings they each had in hopes of just that. Nor would he let Daisy make them eat what they had taken. After all, it's Christmas, he exclaimed. Now where's the gigantic box of crackers Mr. Derek brought in with him? There were enough crackers for everyone. Captain Norville persuaded even Lady Dalrymple to pull one with him, and to put on the paper hat and blow on the tiny silver whistle she had found in hers. The sharp snap and faint smell of gunpowder gave way to the reading of mementos. By the time all had been read, the children were restless. Daisy sent them out to play, reminding them to stay away from the woods. The adults retired to the library for coffee. It was there that Sergeant Tilton found them. He slided into the room, cap in hand, looking distinctly sorry for himself. "Beg pardon, ladies and gents," he said, "for interrupting on such a day as this, but I as to ask a few questions, seeing this to be a case of murder." "Murder?" Lady Dalrymple raised her eyebrows in displeasure. "This is quite the most badly badly regulated household. It has never been my misfortune to encounter." "Sorry, madame," said the miserable sergeant. "Alec," said her ladyship commandingly, "presumably you can deal with this person. If one must have a police detective in the family, the least he can do is make himself useful." Oh no, that's the one thing he didn't want. Hi, Mizui. That's the end of chapter 8. Whoa. So the clergyman was murdered. He was murdered. And then the police arrived, and now the word is out that Alec is a detective. Whoa. 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 Wait, excuse me. Wait, what do you guys think? What do y'all think? It was not in my bingo card. Yeah, I was like, I can't tell. I just know it's an accent. Especially reading written out accents. I'm like, dog, no. I know why they do it though, you know. But I'm like, no. It's gonna be difficult for me to read, and my brain is already exploding. Thank you. Yay, I bow. I bow. Yay, I hope you guys enjoyed. Yeah, I wish I could read more, but I don't think my brain can handle it right now. I apologize. Maybe. Whoa, it's the fact that, let me see, where are we? Let me look at the, oh, I'm holding the book upside down. We're pretty much almost in the middle of the book. We're almost halfway. Thank you. Yeah, I'm kind of, because, yeah, there's 20 chapters, so after chapter 9, then we'll be halfway through. But yeah, whoa. Good book, good book. I don't know when we'll read it again. This is gonna die then later. Because we're catching up to the point where, you know, the only spoiler we knew was that Calloway dies. So we don't know anything else. A ghost, yeah. So maybe tomorrow. I might be able to read more tomorrow, or it's either because tomorrow I already know the game is short. Because apparently, Fearless, you said we have like an hour and a half left of the darkness, Resident Evil Darkness. So I was thinking either we could continue reading the book, or we can start on Resident. Oh no, we have to watch the movies, so we can't start on Revelations 2 yet. So maybe we'll read more tomorrow, and I'll try to be, I'll try to get some better sleep so that I can read more. Maybe, yeah. Depending on how much longer we have of Resident Evil the Dark. But yeah. Yippee! Yippee! The Moira. I hope. Are you guys enjoying the book? What do you guys think of the book? I think it's interesting. It's a little difficult for me to read. I'm like, buh. But at least it's a lot more interesting than the other books we read, because the other ones I could barely understand what I was saying. This one I know what's going on. I'm glad. I am entertained. Happy to hear. Did anyone take a nap? Probably couldn't reply because you're napping, but a nap. No nap, no nap this time. Oi say, oi say. Mm-hmm. Back inside the house? Oh no! Kitty, come back! Kitty, come back in the nice warm house! Mm-hmm. Yeah, thank you everyone for hanging out with me today. Look at our beautiful tree! Here, let me step to the side. Wow! Thank you everyone who made an ornament. Look at our tree! Look at our tree! Yippee! Yippee! It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Yes. Good job, everyone. Yeah. Tomorrow, we'll see the tree tomorrow as well. Yeah. I'll take a picture of the tree. Yeah. I know what I'm doing. Yeah. Yippee. Yeah, I'll take a picture, then it can be in our background. So, yes. I know what I'm doing. Yeah. Yeah, thank you everyone for making an ornament for the tree. We'll see it tomorrow. Tomorrow we will be finishing Resident Evil the Dark Chronicles, most likely based on information I've been told. So yeah. And then I won't be live Wednesday and Thursday celebrating Christmas. But on Friday, I'll be over at Mons for our cool bro, dude bro, maid cafe hangout. Yeah, that was one of Mons' goals. So, and I'll be accompanying her with that over on her channel. So yeah, you're missing the maid cafe. 07. I'm sure I don't know. You'll have to. If you want to know about the Maid Cafe on Friday, make sure to go check out Monqueek, my wife. She'll probably talk about it more today when she streams later on today. So yeah. That's, I don't know. For VODs, I don't know how Mon does her VODs, so because it's gonna be over at her channel. So yeah. So go check out Monqueek, my wife. And if you're new here, hi, my name is Jasper Geist. I'm a ghost VTuber and I play a variety of spooky, scary games. Ooh. And so maybe no VOD? I'm not sure. It's up to Mon. It's up to Mon Quick. So yeah, I stream Monday through Friday, usually around 10 a.m. PST. But you can join the Discord, Discord to join. And to know when I go live. It all depends. You can join so you can know what we're doing and when we're doing, and yeah. But if not, you can also follow !socials. And we have a YouTube channel for shorts. We have a VOD channel that for VODs for for past streams, and yeah, you can every week, on weekends, Sundays, Saturday, Sunday get posted. So if yep. So yeah, and if you're new here and you haven't followed, hi. Yes, I have shorts as well. Yes. And thank you, I think Common Leonardo made a short, like they edited a short of me, and it was when we were playing Resident Evil Survivor, and I was like, wow, thank you. Here, I'll grab it. Jump scare myself. Here it is. Go check it out. Yeah, go support them. And because thanks them for supporting me. Thank you. I'll also put it in the live chat. But yeah. Yeah, thank you guys for hanging out with me today. I love our tree. Our tree! Yay! Yippee! And I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your evening, your wonderful rest of your day. I'm gonna be baking those cookies and probably frosting them too, because it's for gifts. So I hope the frosting's still good. It's been in the fridge, but but yeah, I'm gonna be doing that and probably eat something more than cup of noodle. La 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 la. Let me look at someone, find someone to raid into. La 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 la. Oh, it lied to me. You fucking lied to me. La la. Cute! I didn't know Spooky Lee had a new mod. Oh, let's raid into them. I'm still in ad jail, but yeah, thank you guys for hanging out. I hope if I don't see you tomorrow, I hope you have a very Merry Christmas and very happy holidays. Yeah, have a lovely time with all your loved ones. And yeah, part of me wants to plan a New Year's VR chat meetup, but I don't know if people are available or stuff like that, or even if I'm available. I don't know if people got people got stuff to do. So it's on the fence. I don't even know if I can, but it's an idea I had. Like, I'm in ad jail. I'm waiting to leave ad jail. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, everyone have a good rest of your day. We're gonna be raiding into Spooky Lee. It looks like they're yapping right now, but it looks like they've have a new model, which is so happy for them, because they had a pre-made too. If you don't know, this is a pre-made model. Wow, that I colored to look how I want, and they had the same. Yeah, they had a pre-made model. Looks like now they have their own, which is so exciting. So we're gonna go right into them and say hello. They've edited two shorts for me in the past. I was introduced to them by Jay, and they're pretty cool. And Cutie Pie, they're a vampire, I believe. Never mind, they're a succubus. They're a succubus. Wow. But yeah, we're gonna go check them out. And thank you guys again for hanging out. !raid 1 for subbies. !raid 2 for followers. And thank you guys again. I'll see you tomorrow for some more Resident Evil. You're gonna get a lot of Resident Evil these next couple of days. So I wonder. No, we have to finish that first, then we can do the movie. Me want more movie. I don't know. We'll figure out. I don't know when we should do the movie for the Resident Evil. Maybe Saturday? No, I'm busy Saturday. Maybe Sunday? I don't know. We'll figure it out. But yeah. Thank you, everybody. Have a wonderful rest of your day. And I will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye. Bye-bye. Merry Christmas to all. And to all, a good night. Yippee. Bye-bye. What's up, guys?